So, what was the most important thing that you learned about this project?
It's such a large task and an undertaking building this chicken coop.
Yeah, also, keeping a safe and happy environment for the chickens was one of the most difficult tasks because you have to build the chicken coop and keep it good and sturdy.
Yeah, definitely. We had to make sure that the chicken coop had a good roof to keep the rain off of our chickens and to hold in the heat and the cold so they could have a happy environment and making strong doors to keep predators from getting at them.
Definitely. How did we challenge ourselves with this project?
It was definitely challenging because it was such a big undertaking to research and actually put into action the plans for building it.
Yeah, there's a lot that some people don't really think about in building a home for another living animal that just kind of goes over the head, and we had to figure out all that we need to do. So, why did we choose this, and what was our final goal?
We chose this because chickens are cool, they make good pets, and also you get free eggs from them. And what was the other question?
What was the goal?
And the ultimate goal was to buy the chickens when they're chicks, so they're when they're like babies, and then to raise them to the point where they can lay eggs and to have them be healthy.
Yeah, this entire process seemed pretty interested to all of us, and we decided to attempt to do it. And
But obviously, we didn't get very far in building the chicken coop.
yeah,
So we're just doing research instead on the chickens and how they live and stuff.
yeah, those are some of our successes. Is all the knowledge that we've gained from learning how chickens grow up and their process of how a chicken life goes.
Yeah, but some of our drawbacks were things that we couldn't foresee at the beginning of the project, such as the weather, because the weather has been a big setback for us. Because since it's been raining so much, we haven't been able to cut any of the pieces for it, because all the cutting needs to be done outside. And also, all the wood has been wet, and when the wood is wet, it swells, so it gets bigger. And then if you put it together while the wood is swollen, it would shrink when it dried out, and it would crack apart, and it wouldn't provide a safe home for chickens.
So we had to wait for it to dry, and that for the past probably about 3 months now, it's been raining almost every weekend where we've had opportunities to work, but it would start raining, and this is how far we got, and we haven't had much of an opportunity since then to work on it. The point where we had to stop and readjust what our project was going to be was when the weather turned back in February or so.
Yeah, about.
And we decided to focus more on the research side of raising chickens and how they live and how to keep them safe.
It's starting to rain right now.
Yeah. What were the weaknesses of our project?
The weaknesses of our project is it was such a big undertaking that there were so many things we couldn't foresee, such as the weather, but also such as the availability of chickens that we had learned were harder to obtain than we thought by researching.
Yeah, there's not very many places nearby that would sell chickens because that's more farm life, and we live in the suburb.
Yeah.
So we had to locate a place. What was that place called? Gecko Hardware?
There's Gecko Hardware in Dallas that we looked at, and also Tractor Supply Company.
Yeah, so those are a few places where you can buy chickens.
Yeah, and another setback was that it was hard to find good plans that were easy enough to follow for the fabrication of the house.
Yeah. If we were assigned this again, do you think we would attempt it?
Yes, we would, but we would definitely start a lot earlier in the year so we could
avoid all the weather
rain
problems.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as that goes, yeah, we would definitely do it again.
Definitely. Do we have any advice to give future students doing the Genius Hour project?
Yeah, for advice, definitely start earlier, and because even if you know you're gonna have time, other circumstances may not permit you.
Yeah, there's always something that you're not going to see, and it's going to mess up what your project is going to turn out.
Yeah, just don't procrastinate about it.
Yeah, and be flexible with what your project is because it can always change, and you want to be able to shift to something new if that happens. And what's next for our project is hopefully when this weather starts, probably in the summer, and the wood dries out, we plan to actually finish the coop.
Yeah,
and
finish it up and find places to get chickens so we can start raising them so they'll be old enough by the winter to be able to survive it.
Yeah, and hopefully in the end we'll have some eggs by
End of the summer.
Yeah, the end of the summer and start harvesting